There are reviews circulating right now that the Ripple SEC case is officially over due to the fact the top SEC litigator has been terminated from the business enterprise. In this video, I need to speak approximately what that means for the Ripple SEC case, in addition to communicate about something that I trust goes completely beneath the radar proper now, which is what I accept as true, with to be affirmation that Ripple is going to be heavily involved in now not handiest crafting regulation for the following management. But concerned with it as properly, in this video I need to interrupt down those matters in addition to speak approximately Elon Musk pronouncing that the Treasury Department was going to run on blockchain technology. At the end of the video we're going to talk approximately whether or not, or now not, that would be XRP. So make certain to stick around for this complete thing. Like continually, your assist weighs so much to this channel. Thank you to all people who takes the time to love these movies and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things honestly do help me out a lot. Also, if you have an identical place to buy a few XRP, make sure to check out my favorite shortage, up, preserve, down, within the description of this video. But it is it. I'll just run proper into it, and I wish you guys experienced the content. So the primary factor we need to talk approximately here is what goes on with the Ripple SEC case, due to the fact there is a lot of hypothesis right now that this situation is formally over, and that hypothesis is honestly being driven from quite a few humans mentioning the truth that the pinnacle SEC litigator has been removed from the agency. Now, it really gets genuinely humorous how he was removed. It's quite crazy how this entire international we are heading into is honestly heading into a global that is run via memes. So we are going to talk about how he turned into eliminated in a second. But a variety of humans are announcing, what's up? The top litigator is out. This is the man who signed all of the office work for Ripple as opposed to the SEC. This approach, the case is over. Well, men, I need to say proper now. It wasn't Us.Thankx, the top SEC litigator against Ripple, right? It become the SEC as opposed to Ripple. So the SEC goes to get a new head litigator, and it will be a person else who is going to take over this case. Is this example over? No, virtually now not. But I suppose the idea stands proper. The SEC could not have fired this man in the center of the maximum critical case on earth if they failed to plan on this situation finishing. So I suppose there is matters we want to be taking note of right here. One, no, the case isn't over. The case remains ongoing. But is the SEC case approximately to be over? Yes, I suppose the plain answer to this is sure. One of the things that the modern management has stated is that they're going to quit all non-fraud instances. End of the day, the Ripple SEC case is a non-fraud case. So there's absolute confidence in my thoughts to where this case goes. This case is going to give up. The simplest question I have is, how does it give up? Does it lead to a dismissal? Does it result in a settlement? That is but to be visible. Personally, I wish the case leads to a settlement instead of a dismissal. And the cause for that is due to the fact we have already made a ton of progress in this situation on clarity for XRP and Ripple. And if you just push aside the case, you kind of lose all that readability, and you have to return to the drawing board and try to get a number of that clarity. That wouldn't alternate XRP no longer being a security. We still got that readability. However, Ripple nevertheless has a whole lot of other products that want readability. And it simply seems like dismissing the case is this sort of waste of time. I could an awful lot instead have Ripple and the SEC get collectively, determine out what Ripple can do transferring ahead, what they should register, and just pair it out how they act compliantly inside the United States. So is the case thrown out now due to the fact Us.Thankx stepped down? No, it isn't. Always, he goes to get replaced by using someone else who will take over the case. Does this suggest that the case is most probable finishing very quickly? Yes, clearly. They could no longer be firing their head litigator in the event that they idea he became going to be nevertheless litigating these instances shifting forward proper. So two specific sides of the coin right here. I simply want to maintain people's expectations in check. And I quickly want to go over this as properly due to the fact this is simply hilarious. He truly wasn't instantly fired from the SEC. They really moved him to the IT department, so this is a large slap in the face. I can't even agree with their doing this form of stuff at government corporations. However, he in reality resigned because they moved him to the IT department. So that is pretty crazy. It's a large slap inside the face to him. It actually indicates what they thought of his work on the company. Obviously, they wanted to essentially make a mockery of him by means of doing this. So simply, people were not too glad with this man. I do not suppose humans are going to be too happy. Along with his instances, he's already been reamed out via most of maximum judges that he is long gone up towards. He turned into, in particular, called arbitrary and capricious within the Ripley C case, stated that he lacked a loyal allegiance to the regulation. This guy's been slapped around via the judges. He's now being slapped around with the aid of the SEC themselves via demoting him to IT. And I assume this all just goes to show in which we're heading. Those instances are going to be dismissed or settled. We are going to move beyond them. I just need people to apprehend that none of this is going to appear but. And essentially wherein we stand right now is we're simply anticipating the brand new SEC chair to be confirmed. And then once he receives confirmed, they are in all likelihood going to begin the one's internal discussions on what to do approximately these instances. It's definitely crucial to recognize, men, we don't actually have the brand new SEC chair in yet. He's probably going to be inside the subsequent 60 days, and nobody's going to be settling those excessive profile cases until he can get his say proper. That could be quite disrespectful if they just started making most of these choices previous to the chair in reality stepping in. So they need to get him showed, they need to get him worried, he needs to sit down with Ripple, talk with them, negotiate, spend a couple of months hashing stuff out, after which increase, I assume they're going to come to a conclusion that they both drop the case or they settle it. This is all first-rate symptoms that it is the direction we're heading in. However, it's critical to recognize we are not there but. Now, I want to transport on and speak about something extraordinarily bullish right here. This is what I trust to be the largest danger to Ripple and XRP heading into this subsequent management. I become very assured things have been going to be substantially higher than the past. I was very assured we had been going to move far from the litigation and pass away from the lawfare, but one of the things I become now not positive about, change into how crypto-centered the new administration was going to be. I become very assured they had been going to be Bitcoin targeted, but I wasn't positive what they could do for crypto. I did assume there was a worry that they may get some Bitcoin maximalists in workplace and we'd be in a function in which they had been giving readability to Bitcoin but shutting down the relaxation of the industry. Guys, I think that worry is now a long way at the back of us. I need to proportion with you two things right here which are extraordinarily bullish. Game converting for XRP transferring forward that I trust simply tell us, look, does not count what occurs inside the brief time period right here. We have become Super Bowl fingers. The first factor is it's miles now being widely pronounced on that Brad Garlinghouse is going to have a seat next to David Sachs, supporting, endorse him, and essentially be one of the people crafting cryptocurrency coverage. If you watch that is bearish or no longer appropriate for XRP, if you suppose that the new management isn't operating intently with Ripple, I don't know what to inform you. It is such things as this that let you know the precise route of wherein we are headed. Ripple goes to be crafting policy for the following management, and they're going to be sitting proper next to the cryptocurrencies are. If you suspect this doesn't inform you precisely where we're headed, exactly how crucial Ripple is going to be, exactly how critical XRP goes to be,